Hey there, Virgos. It is I, your faithful and loving Oracle Medicine here, sending you love, light, and Reiki, as well as a message from the Divine in the week of February 12th to the 18th. And it looks like we're starting out the week with the Seven of Cups. Are you reaching for a dream right now? Are you reaching for a, are you finding yourself kind of going back and forth? Are you reaching for a dream right now? Are you reaching for this romance right now, a relationship that you've been wanting to happen so bad, but every time you get the chance, I feel like with this one, I see a relationship that has been wanting to manifest, but it's just never been made available. It's kind of something that's been thought about. We only think about it, but we just say nah and keep passing it by. This could be that person that is finally focused on that dream right now. They're seeing this door open before their eyes and they're actually reaching for it, but they don't know if it can be real or true or not. Okay, so you don't even know if the relationship can be real or true or not. You're just you're going to take a chance this time and reach for it because it's been something that you've been really wanting but kind of been putting, putting away, and now it's like, okay, I'm going to see if this can actually work out or not. This can also go for your dreams and hopes and aspirations. This is a time where it's like, I'm not sure if what I'm reaching for is real, if it's palpable, if it's tangible or not. Is it something that's real? And therefore, can I reach for it or not? I don't know, and so it's just kind of putting you in that funky place. But the Seven of Cups does say, reach for it regardless. Because as you get towards the middle of the week here, you get the Four of Wands, okay? There was a victory that was supposed to be, there was a time of celebration that was supposed to happen that did not happen. Either there was a time of celebration that was supposed to happen, or the celebration that is happening for you right now, towards the middle of the week here, is kind of, we don't know, not really. You know what I mean? Like, it's not working out in the way that it was supposed to work out. This is supposed to be a very happy time, and it's not working out for you to be a very happy time per se. It's kind of working out to be kind of the opposite. Things aren't really working out the way that they should be. This can also include like things like marriages. It might be not a very good time to get married right now. You might find yourself having to postpone it. You might find yourself having to postpone a party or a celebration. This is a time where you've gotten yourself to a certain stage in something of your life that you feel like you wanted to celebrate, and yet we are having to postpone it, or it's not happening at all. Right? So it's just the beginning stages of something full overall, but we're not even getting a chance to celebrate it right now. We get the Knight of Wands towards the middle of the week here, who is saying that it's a good time to travel out by train, bus, car, or motorcycle. And it's saying that you can have a very nice long vacation if you like. This is a great time to go visit and see new things and go new places and go on an adventure, see something new for a little while. You're getting some new vitality coming in, some new life force, some new energy coming in that's saying yes. It's saying that this feels good to me. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to do this. Those of you who have a person coming into your life, maybe a fiery person coming into your life, a fire sign. This could represent maybe the person that you were trying to reach relations with. A fiery guy coming into your life. Perhaps not as seasoned as the Queen or King of Wands, and yet still fairly handsome, fairly charismatic, fairly handsome. They press the right buttons within you to get you going. Okay, they turn on that fire, that inner fire inside of you right now. This could be that person coming on into your life right now. But it's definitely a great time for you to travel. This person loves to travel if they're coming into your life right now. This person loves to travel. This can also be for some of you, if you have teenagers in your life, this could represent a teenager person right now in your life, or a young adult. Again, same thing. They love to travel. They're very fiery. They're very instinctual. They're probably very impulsive. They could be very blunt. You know, maybe, maybe not. It just kind of depends on what their other planets are. But we'll go back, and that's not for this discussion right now. But the point is that you might be experiencing someone who's very fiery, and at the same time, they're also very open to differences in opinions. And I get the Eight of Wands towards the end of the week here. I get the Eight of Wands. And it's saying that we are losing focus. We're losing focus towards the end of the week here. We are losing focus. Our fiery energy is not being focused in a direction right now. Okay, so again, we were going back to talking about, you know, I got a lot of fire going on right now, okay? So there's a lot of fluctuation happening with that. It could have something to do with the whole Four of Wands deal and having to postpone things for a later time. Are things just not happening at all? And if they are happening, they're not necessarily the way that you perceived it happening, that you wanted it to happen. And so it's causing you to have to kind of back up for 2 seconds and kind of switch gears and kind of look at things from a different point of view and kind of re-regulate, position your energies, if you will, reposition your energies and where you're placing your energy, your vitality, your life force. You're perhaps repositioning into a whole nother something else. And what's happening is there's some focus here, some focus that was supposed to go on, you know, that didn't happen. Okay, so I'm seeing a lack of focus is basically what's going on. For whatever reason we get to this is showing me with the Eight of Wands, it's showing me lack of focus going on. It's showing me the fire kind of being sporadic and not moving everywhere, which can kind of happen with Sagittarian energy. If it's not focused towards a direction, it can kind of go everywhere, and nobody wins from that, right? You certainly don't win from it, but there's a lack of focus going on. It can also be because of trying to shoot for these dreams and then it looking like that the dreams are not working out the very next day. And then I get the King of Pentacles here in reverse. So managing things money-wise might be a little bit of a challenge for you towards the end of the week. Managing things money-wise might be a little bit of a challenge for you towards the end of the week. You might also have, if this is a person in your life, those of you that have a person in your life, this person might be very traditional. Let's say they might be very, they have a set way of how they do things, and they are not honoring your right to sovereignty, your right to doing things how you do them. And then the other way around, this can also be you as the Virgo, not honoring, oops, sorry about that. Let me straighten that up for you real quick. This can also be you as the Virgo, not honoring your other people's right to sovereignty, your partner's right to sovereignty. Because you've been frustrated about what's kind of been going on with everything that's been going on throughout the week, that you're kind of probably being more of a controlling over this person. And that tends to happen to all of us. We wanna find someone to blame. It makes absolutely every sense of the word to blame someone else why things go on, and we find it very hard to look at ourselves and see our own selves in all of this. The Ancestor of Guidance pops up here towards the end of the I don't want to say towards the end of the week, but as a guide. The Ancestor of Guidance pops up as a guide. There you go. The Ancestor of Guidance pops up, and it's a beautiful, beautiful stag. Look at those pretty broad horns. I love these cave paintings. They're really pretty. The Ancestor of Guidance. Let's read about what the Ancestor of Guidance has to say. I am the Ancestor of Guidance. I remember you, and so I watch over you. I guide your steps as you embark on your life path, and counsel you as you make important decisions about the direction you will take. Because I am of your family, however ancient, I know well the deepest places of your heart and soul, and stand ready to assist you in discovering the path you need to follow. Now, the mighty stag with its branching antlers is one of the most powerful images to be found on cave walls. Here it represents the all-important act of guidance. In an ancestral context, this guidance is far more profound than merely showing a physical path. It is the guidance of our footsteps on an inner journey of the spirit, orienting us in the right direction and ensuring that we take no wrong turnings or decisions. The ancestor of guidance oversees the steps we choose on our path through life and counsels us from the all-encompassing wisdom of the spirit realm. Interpretations here include profound wisdom, direction, aspiration, seeking new ways, companionship of family on your journey, realizations, and echoes of ancient paths. That is the ancestor of guidance here for you. And I have to say, the ancestor of guidance, it's totally making sense. Perhaps in order to really reach for this wish, this dream. You know, sometimes Virgos, especially being an earth sign, you know, it's hard to, we're very used to taking certain steps in order to make things happen, right? This is something that we don't yet know about. And as an earth sign, is it practical? You know, can you ground this to the earth? Okay? Can this happen for you? Can you make this something mundane? Can you make this something physical? And the ancestor of guidance is offering you a new idea, a new thought, that you don't have to make everything physical. That sometimes you can make everything, that sometimes this is a spiritual path that you must go on. And perhaps because it might be a new spiritual path for you, or it might be one that you've thought about reaching for, that you thought about doing before, but you've just been like, you've given yourself reasons not to do it in the past. Here you are finding yourself in a situation where, okay, you know, I'm looking at this again. And it seems like you keep looking at it again because, yeah, you should be doing it, you know. But it doesn't make sense necessarily, perhaps, because it's not logical, and it's not rational, and it's not practical. Is it practical? Can it be practical? Yes, it can. Can it be made to be logical? Yes, it can. Can it be rational? In a sense, yes. It all depends on what your belief systems are, and that's what the ancestor of guidance is here to offer you. Kind of a more broader way of looking at things, and not closing things off to this is physical, this is spirit world. And I'm not going to believe in the spirit world or fantasy. I'm only going to believe in the physical, what I can hold in my hand. Hey, it's your choice. You get to work with whoever you want to work with, but I certainly recommend always, if this is your path, I certainly recommend working with the ancestor of guidance. The ancestor of guidance can show you things deeper than you would have ever known to be true about yourself. The ancestor of guidance can take you into a deeper journey of the self. And that deeper journey of the self can be better than all of this that we have going on right now. The reason why you keep looking towards this dream of yours, or this relationship of yours, you know, or this aspiration of yours, is because your intuition is trying to tell you, hello, wake up. Hi, I'm here. I need you to pay attention to me now. Well, that's the word from Spirit to you, for you, in the week of February 12th to the 18th, 2017. Sending you love, light, and Reiki. This is your Oracle Medicine. Signing out. Until next time. Aho. I'll talk to y'all soon.